I'm the Zoman.
I'm Mikey.
Jonathan.
Randy Goat.
Jersers.
And we are the Wang and Balls podcast.
All right, cheers. Cheers.
Welcome to another week. Whew, that was great. That was composed by our very own Jonathan up there. So,
Thank you, sir.
that'll be a weekly thing, and we're gonna have it. It's gonna be a cooler intro for like the future ones. Oh, I'm sweaty. All right,
So hot, too.
we are back with another week. NBA basketball. A lot of things happening this week. Crazy night last night. Let's just start with the crazy finish last night. There were so many emotions. We were all watching it. It was crazy. Does anyone have any thoughts on? Let's go to the first game. Actually, the Bucks finish. When who got fouled? Jimmy Butler got fouled.
Chris
Jimmy
Middleton
Butler
first.
got fouled. So there was
Before that, though, Chris Middleton got fouled.
yeah. So those two calls. Does everyone agree with those two calls, or are they like, "Hey, you're not supposed to call that or something to end the game"? So I mean, I have my opinions, but let's just go. Let's start from the bottom. So let's start with Jer. What do you think of those calls and the result of the Heat winning?
I think Jared's the only one who watched the game.
Oh yeah.
Live.
Oh
I don't know. I didn't think they should have called those, especially in freaking finals. Or sorry, the playoffs. But I've kind of drunk already. I haven't drank since 5 minutes ago.
Raz's whole camera shook when he laughed.
With his shoulders.
I don't think they should call that in the preseason final.
Okay.
Oh, what happened?
Anyway.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, 1 second.
We can't see you.
Yeah, I
Jared.
don't think they should have called that during the playoffs, but I think they just called that last one on Jimmy just because it's a makeup foul for Dragic.
Yeah.
When he fouled Middleton. Yeah. But they when Middleton, I think it was when they shot it. Yeah. When he shot it, I didn't think it was a foul, but then it showed him he went a little closer and then he actually went into his his
Land.
space. So he couldn't land, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of drunk already.
All right, Raz, what do you got?
Oh, crap.
No, I also, if they called the first one, they have to call the second one. That's my opinion, but they shouldn't have called the first one in the first place, I think, especially that late in the game. Like, let them play it out. But I don't think this is just like a one-time thing. I think the refs have just been this whole postseason just completely different, or like reffing things like more, very just more stringent than usual, I think. And so I don't agree with it, but at the same time, because they called the other one, I think they just called that one on Giannis just because they called that on Dragic. And but either way, I still think the Bucks deserve to lose, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I don't think it affected the outcome of the game.
Interesting. All right, Sean.
I agree. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's kind of same. I agree with also Jared's point that when you watch the replays, there actually was contact. It was Dragic going into Middleton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Jimmy Butler one, though?
Yeah, because if you watch it again, Giannis did have his arm on him on the side, as he jumped right past him. So they are technically fouls, but yeah, probably shouldn't have called it at the end of the game like that.
Mikey?
Yeah, I feel like it's just us. Like, we're so used to them never calling a foul on a last-second shot because that's like the refs kind of interfering with the game. But also the game is changing, so they call so many. They really are trying to protect the shooters, which is good. But players are learning how to utilize that. So I think the game is just changing. There's been a number of flagrant fouls being called this playoff series in the bubble. That usually wouldn't be a flagrant, but I think they're just, getting more I guess, stringent or strict with the rules and how they call the game. So, I mean, it's completely different from 90s ball, but I don't think it should have been a foul, either of them.
So I agree with all of you guys. Like, obviously should not have been called. Like, we've all watched the playoffs, like all growing up, and know what should be called and stuff like that. But I think like the way it works in the bubble, right? Like, there's no fans, there's no like atmosphere. So the refs, they're like so hyper focused on everything. That's like going back to Raz's point. Like, you said they were like suspect, right? A little earlier, you said that because like they call these calls that usually they never call, and these are like all experienced referees for the most part. So like, but I feel like they're just so hyper focused with every play now. Like, there's no like crowd noise. There's no like, there's nothing reminding them like of different momentums, and they're just focused on the actual rules. And that's why I think they just called that, because they're just watching it and they're not focused that it's the last second shot in a deciding playoff game, So, But yeah, I mean, I agree. It should not have definitely been called, because that should have gone to overtime, and they should have like. It doesn't matter if it was a makeup call. It probably should have gone to overtime to see the Bucks lose in overtime.
That's a good point. The crowd has a big influence
on the refs too. Yeah. So that's why the bubble kind of changes the way, like Mikey said, like they're being more strict with the rules, and because they're so hyper focused, that's what they're focusing on. Their job.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of crazy. But what you call it? But yeah, so that was a crazy game, and I think the Bucks. I'm gonna bring up another point, but let's just go to the next game. So we'll go in order. But so the following game, Thunder, Rockets. People predicted James Harden huge game, bust. Even though he had probably the biggest play of the game at the end there. Anyone's thoughts on that crazy ending that last like 5 seconds that lasted like 20 minutes with like the timeout call, the foul call, the freaking Lou Dort trying to throw it off James Harden's leg? I don't know. Anyone have any like knee-jerk reactions to that when they first saw it? Or because that was, I mean, everyone who was watching it was like that this is like the craziest ending that
I
we've
think
seen.
Dort should have pump faked. And he has the slowest freaking release.
Yeah,
and he's the slowest guy. He made all those threes because he was wide open the entire time. I mean, it's granted he made them, so that's sick. But like that last one, he saw Harden running at him. He's still like, I'm like, dude, pump fake and just go left. And then I was so pissed.
He probably thought he was gonna get it off, or James Harden wasn't gonna actually contest.
He's probably just like, oh, it worked for the whole game.
Maybe he'll just close out.
Dude,
he's also a rookie,
He didn't have the experience to.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't even think if he pump faked, he probably wouldn't have made it because he's not used to pump faking.
He made so much money. Everyone will agree though that game.
Harden was going pretty fast at him, and he was like trying to block him. I feel like he could have pump faked it, but like Sean said, he doesn't have the experience. Yeah, and that's why I was like, when it comes down to it,
I would be
shooting. Choke so hard.
I'd probably faint.
I mean, that's why he threw it. Like,
throw up and make shot.
Like, why did he try to? So I mean, he jumped right and then he threw it at Harden. Why didn't he just fucking like call timeout or do anything else? He's freaked out.
He's like freaking out. Yeah, dude, he was in the G League earlier this year.
It's so annoying. That's how you.
Well,
I mean, he was probably felt like he was falling out of bounds. Yeah.
That's how you guys.
Yeah.
What's up?
Doesn't matter. CP3 did it for him, anyways.
Yeah,
I mean, CP3 already called the timeout for him, but he stepped out of bounds before that, so it didn't matter.
That's true.
CP3 was thinking for him.
That is true.
You think CP saw that he jumped from out of bounds?
No,
I don't think so. I mean,
his foot was like barely on the line.
Yeah. Dude, think about this guy. Started in the G League in the season. He led both teams in scoring in a game 7. Like they're already Thunder are like already. If he scored 10 points, that's already like a plus for them in anything. So this kid they're gonna for sure re-sign him next year, and he's gonna make like this one game probably gave him an NBA career, because if he didn't do anything, he'd probably go back to the G League next year. They wouldn't re-sign him. So I feel happy for the guy. But he for sure freaked out at the end. He didn't know what to do. But I mean, like Rad said, he's a rookie. He's under 21. But
no excuses.
I thought that was cool.
He's taking Roberson's spot. That's what Roberson's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, Roberson.
Wait, isn't Roberson healthy? What happened to him?
Oh, he's like he hasn't played in a while.
He's old, probably. Maybe not as bad. And he came off an injury. So I think
Yeah, he's been out for over a full season, like a year or something. But it seemed like he was hitting threes in the beginning, but I totally forgot about him. But I feel like all of us can just agree that was the worst fucking out of bounds play with like 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Like it looked like they had no idea what they were doing, or like I saw a picture where Steven Adams was wide open, like
we all saw
PJ
that.
Tucker was fronting him, and then they were like,
Yeah, I know.
Just dump
Love
it.
Steven Adams
you
is probably
fucking
like,
just throw it over, just catch it, and
yeah, I don't know what
How
happened.
tall
I mean,
is Tucker? Like 6'8"?
The play was definitely
6'5".
Play was definitely not for Adams at all.
and he still went to go get the ball still.
No, because he was literally the last option. He knew like
Yeah.
to get the ball, but
Yeah,
like
go fucking over there though. He's
really
tired.
Donovan
Like Zoe
had
said.
no plan whatsoever for him to go towards the rim. It was supposed to go to any other option but him.
Yeah,
and
but-
I think he was just there to set screens.
Yeah,
But he
I'm sure.
stood there for so long. That's the
Maybe
thing.
I
Like,
told you, dude, he's,
and then he
he's
ran
so
to the
tired. He's so tired. I tell you he's tired.
That
But yeah,
the
he was
worst
wide
example
open,
of-
and Steven Adams could have dunked that because he's ginormous and he's ginormous hands, which means he has ginormous feet.
He had enough time to
He has
like,
also on ginormous.
catch it and then throw it up.
Yeah, I mean, but okay. So the Thunder season's over. They obviously overachieved, 0.2% chance to make the playoffs preseason. Billy Donovan established he's probably gonna get a fat contract whenever his is done because he did a lot with pretty much CP3 and no one else. He like got stuff from Shai, who was pretty cool, but he didn't really do much in Game 7. But I don't know. That was a cool kind of a cool season for the Thunder, I think.
What do you guys think about Harden?
What about him?
I don't know. What do you guys think about his performance? That other than the block,
He didn't look
So-
like a threat at all in that.
Yeah.
I think he saved his legacy with that block.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Like, if he lost that game, that would have hurt his legacy so bad.
I think he's dead.
You know what I mean?
He's still gonna get destroyed. By
Yeah, they're gonna
us.
get
I
swept.
know,
probably.
but if he lost that game specifically and he lost to CP3 and they traded CP3 and they got a better team, 2 MVPs on the same team, his legacy and Westbrook's also would be hurt for sure.
I wish
they
that
had
happened.
to win that. They had
Yeah.
to win that.
Did
I
you
feel like
guys?
it
that
doesn't
didn't
hurt as
happen.
much as Ray Allen's 3 that saved
Yeah.
LeBron's legacy.
Yeah,
the
that's
finals.
true. Well, yeah, that's a different circumstance for sure. But
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
yeah, when you say legacy,
What-
I'm like, yeah, that hurts there.
What do you
That
think?
does hurt there.
What do you think he does? Like, you know how him and Lillard, like, obviously the other team, they come and they like double team him and trap him like super up high. Like, what do you think they should do differently? Like that, like LeBron, they do that to LeBron and stuff, but how does LeBron get by? Like, what is LeBron doing differently than Harden? And like, or is it they're just Lillard and Harden just become too passive? Or do you think it's their size? Or do you think it's like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm watching the game, I'm trying to look like, why isn't like Harden being himself anymore? You think
Harden was being passive, and I mean he gets so much shit too because he's dribbles so much and he ball hogs, but he like scores 60 points and everyone's like still giving him shit, which sucks. Same with Westbrook. They're like, oh, he's stat patter, right?
Yeah.
But this game I was watching Harden, and usually he just holds the ball forever, and he's really good with just ISO, right?
Right.
He can take anyone one-on-one, but he didn't do that. He can always step back and then draw the foul. Like that's when I was watching him when he was like killing it like forever. He either hits a three from forever.
In like the season? Like during the season?
Yeah, like during the season. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
When he was like, I don't know, there was one streak. Was it this season where he was like fucking killing it, like 50,
Yeah.
60 points,
50,
like
40, 50, yeah.
yeah, like 5-6 games in a row. And watching those games, he was just completely ball hogging. But I mean, you have the right to if you're literally hitting everything, you know. And if he's with Kobe, like it's all his footwork. So Harden was all of his like his step back, and then like if they try to, if they play too high, then he just drives it in and draws a foul. And he didn't do any of that because I think he's getting so much shit. But
he's also
I don't
tired
know.
himself.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm kind of just like, he's still choked. It's game 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think going back to Sean's question, like you asked about LeBron, right?
Yeah, like what makes them different?
So like
they obviously have like the talent.
LeBron's faster.
well,
and
also
stronger.
like when James Harden gets out of like a rhythm like he did last night or a flow, like like you guys were mentioning, he was becoming too passive, right? Because like he doesn't have his regular rhythm or flow of the game. When LeBron, that happens to LeBron sometimes too. But the difference with LeBron is like he's athletic. They're all athletic, but LeBron is ginormous and he's so fast that if he gets out of rhythm, he will just put his head down and take it to the basket. Yeah, he'll change.
That's the biggest.
He'll be like a train and just take it to the basket, kick it out, or just get fouled and stuff. But that's what because sometimes LeBron gets out of a rhythm too. But that's the difference because like those guys depend on jump shooting, and LeBron does not depend on jump shooting. So
and Kobe too. You know, like Kobe has his go-to shots. Harden doesn't have that in the post. Like give it to me in this spot, and I'm gonna make this shot no matter what.
Fadeaway jump like Kobe can hit it, like can go 2 for 20, but hits a fadeaway. You know, you can do a fadeaway like. I wish I always thought like MJ and Kobe have this like the patented fadeaway, right? You can get it anytime, like Dirk too.
Yeah.
Like James Harden, people are like, oh yeah, he's one of the greatest offensive players ever. But like you were saying, like he doesn't have like that like signature like I don't know. Is it the step back? I don't know.
And he also takes like 5 times more energy than like a fadeaway jump shot. You know, like you're in the post, like. He's like dribble, and then he shoots. Like that's like 5 times more energy than. Yeah,
that's crazy.
You know, like a post up.
I also think like their games are kind of. I don't know about that.
Fadeaway. Sorry, Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, I think their games are also different. Like like everything that you said, like athleticism, everything is exactly the difference. But it's also like their games. Like LeBron is more of a pass force, where like James Harden and Lillard are scorers, and when they don't score, it's like you're not doing anything right. But like at the same time, he's doing exactly what their offense is like supposed to do. Like he's getting everyone wide open threes. Like they shoot 63s a game as a team, and it's like they have like the most I think open 3-point attempts than any other team, and it's because James Harden drives in and then sucks all the defense in. So I mean his points total, like it's not that high. Westbrook is also on a minutes restriction, so I feel like when he kicks it, he can also give it to Westbrook, or Westbrook will always attack the rim. So I don't know, but I do agree that he definitely does have to be more aggressive offensively, but just don't do it
especially against the Lakers.
I think he's too slow. If he's not like hitting his shots, I don't think he has anything else. He doesn't play off ball well. Like I think LeBron
used to be.
That's the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing is playing off ball.
He has nothing else besides scoring. Like he's an elite scorer, straight up. But if he doesn't have scoring, I literally don't know what he has, because if he's not a threat, he can't really do anything else. Because he's very slow the way he moves.
I was talking to, I don't know. Remember, Jared, I sent you this. I was like, the defense now or something is like so different than before, because I was watching Kobe's last playoff game, which was in 2012 against the Thunder, and he had to work so hard off the ball just to get in his spot to get a shot off. And today it's like, I'll just pull up from the logo or something.
Defense is
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
the defense is so different. So then when they actually try to play defense, which is in these game 7s, they actually lock down on you. They're kind of like, even Chris Paul, like he didn't play that well, right? And he's considered like, okay, he has so many shots.
He got a triple-double.
I know, but like scoring-wise, he didn't score that well or something, right?
19 points.
Or 19
points. Or, I don't know. But I don't know.
Pretty good stat.
Yeah, it's true. But he didn't shoot well. Like his field goal percentage wasn't good.
But Lou Dort, dude.
I know. But like that thing like Kobe.
Yeah, that's
like
a good
he can
point.
get his shot off. Like he can go. He's going around 3 screens to get in his spot, so that he's in that spot and he still gets that shot off. You know what I mean?
And he still does a fadeaway over 2 people.
I think what I'm just realizing now is like the NBA. It's all based off of like these Super Bowl dominant point guards who do everything and they run the whole game. But when you think about it, it's like what the one biggest advantage for Kobe and MJ and even Bron and maybe even KD is that they, instead of like Harden or Lillard or whatever, they dribble down and then they get trapped up high. They have to give up the ball right away. And who knows whenever they get the ball back. But Kobe, MJ, and them, they fight for their own spot and they say, give me the ball right here. So they're already in their zone. They're already in their spot. And all they have to do is perform and make
all they have to do is catch the ball.
Yeah, catch the ball, and I'm already there.
They know once they get to their spot, like it's over.
This is
exactly. Just give me the ball here, and then
the answer I was looking for, because I was wondering, I'm like, what the like, why can't they just be better? Like, Harden was so bad yesterday. I was like, dude, you're dropping
horrible, dude.
like 60 points a game every night, and then
Like,
dude, that's
go ahead.
that's pretty. I'm just saying that was thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's a pretty
Another
good-
thing too, like look at the Nuggets Jazz game 7. Like Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell, they've been killing it the whole series, but that game 7, they still
Right.
scored, but like they didn't do like their explosive scoring, you know.
Mitchell
They were
was going
both
insane,
struggled.
though, dude.
They both struggled from the field though in that game.
That was pretty
Yeah.
cool to
You
watch,
know?
though. I was like, oh my god, it's like a 1997 playoff game.
That was
Yeah,
a
that was
sick
sick.
game.
That was
you're
That
right.
looked way better than the Rockets Thunder game. That looked.
That was
the Rockets Thunder game was
Fourth quarter, they
horrible.
were like, yeah, that was
dude, Mike Conley
Yeah.
at the end, like,
Oh
Back
yeah.
to
I
the
wish,
one-
dude.
but-
I wish he made that. So that guy who missed the layup
hell
would be
yeah.
fucking
If
destroyed.
he made that though, they said who stepped out of bounds? Rudy Gobert. They would have reviewed it. Rudy Gobert's foot was out of bounds when he threw the pass
No way.
to Mike
He
Conley.
threw the pass to
Mike
Conley.
Conley, yeah,
No
his
way.
foot was out of bounds. His
How
right
was
foot
he out of
was out of bounds.
bounds?
no,
It's-
he
I don't
was
know,
No
dribbling.
way. I gotta look that up.
Somebody who passed it. Look it up. That last play, the foot was out of bounds when it got kicked out.
What was
So-
Lou Dort?
Look how famous he is. We're all talking about Lou Dort for a while.
2 days in a row. Come on.
Gobert
Okay.
caught
Well,
it and was dribbling, and I was like, what the hell are
Yeah.
you doing? Give us the ball.
well, maybe when he caught it, he stepped out of bounds or something. But he stepped out of
What?
bounds.
People, are we moving subjects to this game now, Zoe?
Yeah, we
there.
can. I was gonna
There's
move on
CP3.
to a Giannis one.
CP3
Giannis
had
topic.
5 field goals in game 7.
Raz wants to prove his point.
No, I'm just saying.
What was,
Like
What are you
he actually
saying,
did
dude?
that.
There were 5
But I
pretty
mean, like,
meaningful.
should have
field
been.
goals.
He should have been like. People are saying like he should have shot like way more. He's the best player on the team. You know.
He's like 50 though.
I mean,
He's
I'm
35. So
like, honestly, I'm surprised that guy is still performing the way he is.
He's-
dude,
know.
Honestly,
he
I got a
killed
lot of
it.
respect.
I
Like-
hate that guy so much, and he's so
So
good.
annoying.
do you respect him?
He's
more
so
now?
annoying.
respect
When he
him
was
more now?
complaining about the timeout, I was laughing.
No, but he was
I
right.
was like, he's so fucking annoying. I just said that
Oh,
too. I was like, dude, look how
Right, though,
annoying
and
he is.
and he was right.
Outing.
It worked. It worked. They called the foul.
The timeout?
Yeah,
I know,
and then
it worked, but it's
it
still,
worked.
like, enough.
Gallinari missed the free throw because some
Did
I
you
can't
see
believe
that
he shot
meme?
the free throw, first of all. What the
maybe
fuck?
he
Yeah,
called it. He was
CP3
like,
should have called. Should have
I'll
shot
go.
that.
CP3
It was
is so
dope because
clutch.
they asked them that in the interview, and they were like, "Why did Gallo shoot the free throw? Shouldn't you have shot it?" And then CP3, without like hesitation, was like, "Gallo shoots all the techs all year, and
Yeah.
it's the same
That's-
in Game
that's what I
7, and we have this. We had the ultimate
Damn, I didn't
confidence
know
in him."
that.
That's
Yeah,
what I figured it was.
I was like, "Dude, that is so
That's
like."
leadership
He didn't even
right there.
hesitate. That's awesome.
Like you know when they call a technical foul, they
Yeah.
already have a designated person every time, and I'm sure.
That's
like,
cool, man.
Yeah.
Gallo shoots a text all year. It's the same Game 7. We had
Yeah.
We had the same confidence in him. I was like,
I'm sure they
Gallo.
had, yeah,
he
dude.
was 29 for 29 in the playoffs.
Oh my god,
What?
Until that free throw, yeah.
that's crazy.
"Dude,
The most important one.
we
All right,
could
guys.
It mattered. They still lost.
about to throw up."
It wouldn't have
No.
mattered. They still lost.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't matter.
By
Pretty
one.
sure it mattered at that time.
They would have lost. They still lost by 1.
Yeah, but maybe they would have changed their play. Or
Yeah, but it
something.
would have changed the entire game, the way
Yeah,
everyone
but-
played.
I don't know.
Imagine if CP3 was like, "No, I'm shooting this." Gallo would be like, "I'm not playing then.
And then they do the
It was
Fresh
like
Prince
Scottie
thing.
Pippen.
I shoot the
Scottie
10."
Pippen.
Yeah.
Remember Fresh Prince when Carlton steals it from Will and goes like this?
Oh yeah, that was the worst shot too. Who do with one hand?
Wait,
And he looks like
Mikey wanted to say something about a meme.
Oh yeah. Do you see that Chris Paul meme? It's like this guy. You have to give it up for this guy who's playing off 100% pettiness and revenge. Like giving us his career, playing off of 100% pettiness and revenge.
Yes.
And then he's been balling out. Like I totally did not expect.
When he got
Chris Paul to do
when he got traded there, like remember in the offseason,
that.
everyone
No one, yeah.
had off the team before the season started, like they were going to trade him, and then they
Yeah.
made the playoffs into a game 7.
He didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, but I mean, he might now.
Oh, and there was also that
Absolutely wants to
picture.
be there now.
There was
But,
also
uh,
that picture of the difference between Kawhi's shot and Mike Conley's shot, going back to that game, by the way. and it was like Mike Conley's
Yeah.
was like halfway in, and Kawhi's is like here, and then it just says physics left the chat.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
game was. Sorry, Zo.
No. So anyone have any final thoughts on this? Is what I was gonna say before we move on to Giannis and the Bucks, the struggling Milwaukee Bucks. Anyone? Final thoughts?
No, but I'm happy the
Donovan's
Rockets.
sick.
Lie.
Happy the
Oh, I know.
Rockets won.
Spider
wanted the
Mitchell
Rockets
was so
to lose.
cool.
So we're gonna move on to this highly touted Bucks team that was pretty much a lock by many experts to get into the finals. They're currently in trouble, down 0-2, and then there was this Twitter thread started by Richard Jefferson earlier today that I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the thread, but to recap, pretty much Richard Jefferson said he said Giannis, like everyone has to face the fact Giannis is Pippen and he needs his MJ, and then Pippen responded like pretty much like roasting Richard Jefferson and saying like Giannis and I are nothing alike. Giannis is about to win his second MVP, and he goes like,
Who are
"Of course,
you?
Who are you, Richard Jefferson or whatever?" And then
Jay
Jay
Williams.
Williams goes out of nowhere. Jay Williams
Jay Williams.
nowhere. Jay Williams just responds, and then he goes, "Oh my God, LeBron was picking to D Wade in Miami. It'll be fine."
Yeah,
And then LeBron
You just need time to grow.
kicks the door down, and he responds, and he's like, "I'm trying to get ready for Houston. What the?"
yeah. Bron is like, stop talking about me.
I want to
Yeah, that
bring
was
this.
funny.
That thread was hilarious, and also, is Jay Williams crazy?
Yeah.
LeBron Pippen to Dwayne Wade. LeBron won 2 MVPs and 2 NBA Finals MVPs while he was in Miami.
Crazy.
He was not Pippen to do.
I kind of liked it.
I liked it too, but I thought he was like the whole thread. I liked it. It was really fun. But
No, I mean, I liked his tweet. I was kind of just like, damn, I never thought that. I always thought LeBron was like the head honcho in that game. But I'm like, that's so. But it's sick because
I don't know.
That's his
I
team.
understand what they were saying.
that's.
I
his
understand
team.
too.
Wade, that's
I think
Wade's
he's
team.
saying like the clutch, like in the last like 30 seconds.
I
type
think
of
it's
thing.
more. I think all it is just leadership. So when Giannis, wait, who said the first thing about Giannis? RJ.
Richard
When,
Jefferson.
yeah, when RJ said that about Giannis, I think all he's saying is like, I think someone needs to come in and help Giannis lead. And then so when Jay Williams came in and said about LeBron and D Wade, all Jay Williams was saying was LeBron came in and needed D Wade to help him learn how to lead a team, and that's what D Wade did. It would LeBron that was D Wade's team. So
I don't think.
I don't think that's what he
it.
meant.
Richard Jefferson, that's the worst analogy because there's only one MJ, and
Yeah.
Pippen knows he's not the leader. Like he's not saying, "Oh, I need 2 superstars."
that's what
Like
he's
when
saying. So when he's saying Scotty wasn't the leader, it was MJ. So that's all he's saying to Giannis. Giannis needs someone else to lead him.
he needs an MJ.
The way,
Giannis
the way I
is a
saw
superstar.
it, I mean, the way
That's
I
the
saw
way
it when
I
I first saw that tweet, I mean, I kind of agreed because the way Scotty's built and Giannis is built, they're both very lanky and they both kind of play similarly. So, I mean, I saw that for sure as a jab saying like, hey, you need someone who's better.
No, that's
I
what I'm
for sure
saying.
saw that. But I did see the comparison because Scotty and Antetokounmpo, I mean, they both like, I mean, from what I've seen, like Scotty is completely just like he drives it in. He's so lanky, finishes at the basket every time. But it was a jab, but I also see like the comparison was not too far fetched.
It's like
I would
I don't know if that's
literally.
like-
It's too literal.
Well, I would agree with the comparison if Giannis was not an MVP and just won Defensive Player of the
Back
Year
to
and is
back.
like the face of that. Like if you win an
That is
MVP
his
award,
team.
you are
That's
the
sick that
MVP.
Scotty said that, by the way.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I think it's like that's not just a jab. That's literally saying, I think you need someone like way
Yeah.
better to
Exactly.
lead the Milwaukee
You
Bucks.
think he meant it that literal? You think RJ meant it that?
No,
literal?
I don't think
he was
so
like
either.
Scotty is. He didn't mean
Yeah.
it that way. He
I
didn't
think
mean it
Richard
like Scotty and
Jefferson-
Giannis are built the same way. I don't think.
No,
he
no, no.
did.
I don't think
Yeah.
he meant it literal. I
No.
thought. No, I think he just meant like Jer said. I think he literally meant you need like a superstar
Yeah.
like a Kevin Durant to come in because Giannis cannot be the number one option.
No,
Yeah, and the only
what I-
option is
what I was
Chris
saying is that
Middleton.
I
Yeah.
honestly don't think Giannis should be the number one option.
No,
to
he's
be honest
not.
with you. I think
He is.
Richard Jefferson should first
Yeah,
pay Mikey
he'll be
back
able to
for
do
bottle service first, and then he'll has better opinions
So what?
for bottle
What?
service.
Oh, that wasn't me, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was your
great.
friend, right?
Yeah,
Someone's lying in
cousin,
that bottom box.
my cousin said that he went to
so
the
confused.
bottle and
I'm
didn't
also
even
confused.
pay.
Mikey's cousin had bottle service, and Richard Jefferson was there because he was dating somebody new, and he didn't pay for the bottle service or something like
He
that.
didn't chip in. That was when he was with the Warriors.
What?
Yeah. Fun fact.
It's so
Yeah,
random.
it wasn't
Yeah.
me. Yeah, Raz still remembers that.
It's so
I was
random.
like, what?
No, but
yeah,
going back to
seriously.
that, yeah,
It's like that's
That's-
a major inside joke.
I still think, I don't know. They're basically saying that Giannis is not the superstar,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
that's how I took it. And I was like,
Yeah.
he's the best player on that team. Like,
He
what
is
are
the
you saying? Yeah,
They're
he
the
is
best
that
player in the
franchise. Like, Chris Middleton is their other superstar or max player, and I just like, are you calling him the MJ? Because I'm not gonna give the ball to Chris
That's what-
Middleton at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's what my dad said too. My dad was like, "Does he mean Chris Middleton's MJ?" then?" I was
Yeah.
like,
No, he's saying, dude,
You guys,
like he for sure was talking shit on that. Like,
"Oh yeah, I know." He
When he
meant like
said that,
he needed a
but-
better player than Giannis. But
It
he's
would've
like,
been
yeah,
better
no
if
one
he
on the
said,
team.
like-
He needs someone else to come there to help him because he
Yeah.
can't lead it. So
it
was
would
a
have been better if he
complete, like,
said, like, you know,
Shaq and
Giannis is
Kobe?
like Kobe. Yeah, and like Giannis is like
Yeah.
Shaq actually, and he needs a Kobe. Like that would have
Yeah.
been a
Yeah,
way
that
better
would have been
one.
like,
Yeah,
because
you know?
Giannis,
Exactly.
And that's why we
like,
kind of took it literally because he I mean, he plays. What is he? A small power forward? He fucking
plays
plays lanky,
every
but he plays
position.
guards. That's
He
why it's like
plays every
Scotty.
position.
That's why it's like Scotty. That's why it was a good
I
comparison,
see.
kind of literally and a jab. That's why I was like, maybe he didn't mean that, but either way, it looks like shit. But then thinking of it, like, yeah, that's still like, there's no way you can kind of think of it as not like, hey, you're not the best. You need someone
Giannis-
better.
I
to
can
get.
see that. I can see
yeah,
that.
yeah, I can see
I
that.
think
But
it's just a headline.
Giannis for sure though, like as the MVP and the face of a franchise, like putting everything on his back. Defensive
Can
player
you
of the
win
year.
though? Can you win without anyone else though? With his team right now, can you see them as a championship team?
No,
beating
no way.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
well, I
No
mean,
way. I don't see them either. I don't
During
see
the
Giannis
season, I
as
thought they were pretty fucking crazy.
Wait, let me ask this question. Do you think they're gonna win this series?
the series. Oh
no,
shit.
now?
no,
Right now?
no, hell no, dude, no.
I have money that they're gonna lose.
During the season,
They're
though,
not
they
gonna-
looked like they were gonna win.
No way.
Who did
not
they
even
beat?
gonna lie.
Who they beat first round?
Magic.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The
they
Magic or
destroyed
the
Magic.
Wizards.
Oh, and they lost game one. That's
They
right.
lost one game, yeah.
Magic or the
Same-
Wizards.
Same with us.
So you think they're gonna lose this series?
I for sure think they're
don't know.
gonna lose.
How many
think that-
games though?
I
how
think
many
like
games?
5 games,
think I'd have
dude.
a
I think
chance.
Five
The
five
games?
Raptors last year
No
were
way.
down 2-0
Yeah.
to the Bucks and then came back and won 4 in a row.
The Raptors had Kawhi.
Yeah, but
No, I
everyone
think
was
they have
like-
a chance. I don't think you can write them off yet. You guys are crazy. The
I've
Bucks are
really-
Oh, I
good.
saw that game in
I
Wisconsin.
don't think they're gonna
Freaking
lose game
Raptors.
3. I don't think
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna
guys
lose
are
game 3.
crazy. You can't write off the Bucks just yet.
If they win game 3, they have a chance, right?
Do they have
Nah.
home court advantage?
Wait, if the Bucks win Game 3, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Dude,
just
I think Jimmy
Of course,
Butler.
they have a
just
chance.
they just look really bad right
They're
now.
getting bullied by Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Obviously, it's only 2-0. You can still win the series,
Also-
but I don't know. They look kind of shitty right now.
Also,
like,
why
obviously,
is-
they're just,
Why
Go
is Giannis not guarding Jimmy Butler? He's a defensive player of the year.
You see all the memes with
he
AD?
just keeps saying, he just keeps saying, I'm going to listen to what my coach
Yeah.
says.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's fucking
but you
hilarious.
should be like, I'm the defensive
You see
player
the
of the
Kobe
year.
one?
Let me guard him.
Did you guys
Yeah,
see the
he
Kobe
doesn't have
meme?
to
where
say
he's
that to the
like,
reporters. He just
No.
doesn't say, "Hey, coach, in practice, I'm going to guard Jimmy Butler." Like,
Somebody was-
if he doesn't guard Jimmy Butler in Game 3, then something's wrong.
Somebody was
I
saying
remember
that, like,
at the beginning of the
Go ahead. You go first.
No, I was just
Okay.
saying at the beginning of the playoffs or the playoffs in general, he was playing like hella low minutes. Did they raise his minutes?
No,
Or
he
is he
still
still-
played only 35 minutes in game 2.
Giannis?
See, that's the issue.
And that's one of the biggest.
big issue.
Yeah.
He needs to be playing over 40 minutes for sure.
He needs to play the whole game probably, or 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
He
Giannis is
needs
like
to-
15 years old. He's fine. He can do it.
That's
I know.
kind of insane that he doesn't play.
They're also saying that he's like the first defensive player of the year that's not like a lockdown defender. You know what I mean? Like
What?
Yeah, he gets
like
well.
What about,
yeah, I mean, like
Dwight
he's a
Howard?
big man. I mean, they're big men, but he still guards
Like
like
he's
that
pretty
big
locked
man.
down.
But like, I don't know. I saw it on like a Laker feed because they're arguing
I-
AD should have got it. And so
I
they're
think
saying that like
that's
he's not a
on-ball.
lockdown, like put it on Jimmy Butler, like he's a lockdown defender. He's not really like that type of defender, you know?
It's kind of hard though because a lot of the defensive player of the years are like, especially before they were all centers, and it's not like they're like on ball lockdown. They're
True.
mostly like a team defender. So like he gets all the chase down blocks and like helps like weak sides. So I can see what you're saying, but yeah,
he should have gotten chase down defender of the year and then have like an overall defensive player of the year.
And then
Yeah.
LeBron would have got it then.
Oh well, then you know what? Maybe then Giannis didn't deserve it.
Did you
he
guys
should have
think
just
AD should
upgraded
have?
his chase down to Hall of Fame.
You guys think AD should have got it? Honestly,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AD.
You
I
think
didn't watch
so?
Giannis enough. I don't know.
Not from the stats. Not
I
from the
think
stats.
AD
if it
locked
was
down
stats.
so many people.
If
I
it's
think
from
he
like a
locked
lockdown, like I want one person to stop the other player, yes, AD. But if it's from the stats, like that's what the most of the media votes on. It makes sense.
I think Giannis had more like memorable like nasty blocks, especially chase down blocks. But like I feel like AD had so many like altered shots, like tipped shots. Like there was one play where he had 3 blocks in the same play, and I was
always-
like, dude,
He has so many clutch blocks at the end of the game too.
and
It's
then he
pretty
can
sick.
recover. He'll recover. He moves his feet well. Like obviously Giannis moves his feet well, but
When's
that's-
the next Bucks game? Anyone know? Is that tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow.
Oh,
It's every other day.
tomorrow, yeah.
All the games are every other day now.
All right. Well,
That's the best.
we'll pick up this Bucks conversation next time. We're going to does anyone have any early thoughts on the Lakers Rockets series? Just
Lakers
like
in 5.
Lakers in 5. Me too. That's probably what
Yeah,
Lakers in 5.
sounds right.
Sean, Lakers in 5.
Six.
Lakers in 6. Mikey.
Sweep.
3. There it is.
You're putting it
Never
out
mind.
there.
I say
We
sweep.
better sweep them, dude.
All right. Well, we'll save that for the games tomorrow. So we'll save that. Before we go, I know Jared was talking about like Giannis, he needs players around him. So for our fun fact to close this little shindig, from 2005 to 2011, Dirk Nowitzki led the Dallas Mavericks to an average 57 win season, right?
Okay.
Right. Wins the championship 2011, makes the finals 2006. So 2 finals appearances, an MVP, and then he wins an NBA championship 2011. In that 7-year span when the Mavericks averaged 57 wins, he only played with one player that made the All-Star team other than him in that 7 years. Can anyone name that one player? He made the All-Star team in 2007. The only other All-Star that Dirk Nowitzki ever played with in that 7-year run. We're gonna do rapid fire with Mikey. We're gonna do 3, 2, 1.
Tyson Chandler.
You're
Sean,
lagging, dude.
3,
Sean
2,
Marion.
1. Jer, 3,
Damn.
2, 1.
Hey,
Is Zoe
Sean.
lagging or is that just me?
Raz,
You're
3.
the most laggiest man.
Yeah, you're pretty well. Well, oh, he's buying the car.
I know what it is.
Raj's voice was
3,
like this.
2, 1.
Say something,
Me?
Raz. Say it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Say
Josh
it.
Howard. Josh Howard.
Damn it.
Josh Howard.
Looking it up. He's
Damn,
looking it
Josh
up.
Howard.
Whoa.
I was thinking Devin Harris. Devin Harris. or
No, I
Tyson
knew it
Chandler.
because I think he didn't play in the All-Star, or like he barely played or
so
something.
Josh
I
Howard-
remember.
This is Raz. Wait, I can't hear you.
Played in the All-Star game. But he only made the team as a injured. Somebody was injured and he was a reserve.
Yeah. I remember it now. Yeah.
He didn't even get voted in, but that's pretty crazy. Like Dirk Nowitzki pretty much carried that team for 7 years, won a championship.
Sean Marion or Jason Kidd didn't make it? When he
Not
played
during
with
that
them?
stretch. They were already there. That was like past.
Tyson
their-
Chandler?
They're in the very beginning.
That was
went to
past.
the Suns.
Yeah.
Steve
So,
Nash?
Josh-
I love Dirk. That's
How
so
about Steve
sick.
Nash?
Nash was not there then anymore. He was on the Suns.
Yeah, in 2007.
How
Why
long
didn't we
was
talk
Nash
about
on
that?
the-
We should
Okay,
talk
that's
about
fine.
Steve Nash and the Nets. You didn't talk
That's
about
crazy.
that today?
You know what? we can talk about that. Does anyone have
What
any?
if, what if KD plays point?
I don't have any
I
thoughts
mean-
about.
Oh, dude, I think it's gonna be terrible.
To me,
What?
I don't think it's that cool. I don't think it's that
What?
cool.
I think
I'm
it's
happy for
awesome.
Steve Nash.
Dude,
Yeah,
they did the same
whatever.
thing. They did the same thing
Jason
with
Kidd?
Lakers.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah, but Steve
Yeah,
Nash
but
Dude,
Jason
you know,
Kidd had a
he's a sick
shitty
point
team.
guard.
Jason Kidd had a shitty team at the
Didn't they
time.
have, like-
Kevin Durant has a good relationship with Steve Nash.
I don't know. I don't think Nash.
what do you mean? Jason
don't think
Kidd went
Nash-
there because he had a good relationship with Darren Williams.
I don't think Nash
I
can
know,
coach
but
those psychos.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember-
We'll see.
Oh, never
I
mind.
don't really have an opinion on the Steve Nash. I think that's whatever. Good for Steve Nash.
I think it's cool,
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
think
agree
it's
with
gonna
Sean. It's
work.
gonna be it's either gonna be amazing or shitty as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you know what he's
I
gonna
think it's
run.
going to be really good for Kyrie.
He's
Honestly,
gonna
I
just
think
pick and
Kyrie-
roll probably all the time. He's probably gonna get Amari Stoudemire out of retirement, and they're gonna put him.
What
at
if Nash is like, fucking Kyrie, get out of the game? I'm going in.
I'm going to go with Dinwiddie.
I think
No, he
Kyrie's,
doesn't.
Kyrie's gonna become a monk.
Here's a fun fact about Steve Nash, so we can still end on a fun fact. You remember like all the years that he played with the Suns, and every time he's out of the game, he's lying on the ground and he's not on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back.
Did you? Well, his back, but like he has like an actual like condition. It's a really long word, and that's why I didn't use it as my fun fact because I
It's
couldn't
called
pronounce
laziness.
It's a really long word.
But it's like
Lazy.
a condition that like his back muscles like it starts with an S. It's like something else.
Scoliosis. Scoliosis.
No, it's not scoliosis. It's like something crazy and stuff. But like that's why he was always on his back because like
Super long.
that's why that was
Schizophrenia.
my fun fact. But anyway, we're gonna log off and thank you for joining us.
Wait, hold on.
So,
Ty Lue also. Did you know about Ty Lue getting hired as the Sixers coach? Did you hear that?
No, I did not know that.
Oh
No.
no, nice.
No way. That's
like
for
new or
sure.
something. What the heck? I thought Tyler was
I
still.
thought
up
he was
with,
just interested.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Side note.
I've seen that. Tyler.
Side
You
note.
read it?
Sixers.
Side note, it's going
Oh,
back.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh
Never mind.
my
Yeah.
god.
Holy shit.
I just tried to do a Sean bomb.
Well, after that false report by
Sean bomb.
we will see you all next time. We are gonna
Wait. Going back to Steve Nash, it's called spondylolisthesis.
see. Told
That's
you.
not a mess.
Told you.
What if the- what if-
SPONDYLOLIS thesis.
What if
Yeah.
the definition laziness?
Adjective for laziness.
No, here, Steve Nash suffers from spondyl blah blah blah, a condition where he's lazy as hell,
Oh my god.
where one bone on the spine slides forward over the
Holy
bone below it,
shit.
usually in the lower back.
Ow.
That feels good.
All right.
Ew. All right.
All right.
Man. End it, Zoman.
Well, see you guys. Thank you for joining
Wait,
us. Here we go. Gonna end the broadcast. 3, 2, 1.